This is looking a lot more promising. You've just got to be ready for the oversteer in this car. It really does try and kill you. Oh, bollocks, no. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Gran Turismo 2 here on Chaz Draycott Media. Last time we got our international C license races underway. We started doing some races that we were now allowed to take part in, essentially. We did up our brand new Nismo 270R and our Honda Accord, the Mugen SIRT, and at the end of the last episode we won a car, and we didn't look at what it was, so I'm literally about to see this for the first time, as you are as well. Let's have a look what we got. It was part of the luxury sedan challenge thing. Could be anything, as we know with these cars so far. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Yes! 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 So much yes! It is pretty much the exact car I owned a few years ago. Mine was silver and was the facelift one, which actually really annoyingly, took the little splitters and lips off all the bumpers and the parts. But what a thing that is. Oh man, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with that. We're not going to use it yet because our other one is so fast. We may as well continue using it for the next race. But that is sick. That is absolutely sick. We have an Accord Type R. Another car that I owned in this game. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We've got 11. Yeah, I didn't own a Tom's T111 Levin, but still. An Accord Type R. Fantastic. Let's go to this next race then, which is Special Stage Route 5. 500 horsepower pretty much is the limit here. We're going at it with 283. Let's see what we can do. There it is. Revving to over 8,000 RPM. With its beautiful white 5 spokes. There's a lot of wheel spin from that Jag on the right, but I imagine it's going to disappear up the road. We're getting a lot of audio crackling, sorry. Oh, didn't change down. Well, didn't mean to change down there. Because we're front wheel drive, we might have a bit of an advantage over some of these big boys. BMW getting very friendly there with something. There's a Lexus. Oh, understeer there. Is that a Merc in front? It is. Yeah, just look, those gear changes to move up a bit there just aren't right. Although the long revs, again, really helping us. Like they were earlier in the series here in the RX-7. This circuit really does demand long gearing because there's a big run between most of the corners. Except I've overdone it there. Way too much. However, the AI seems to have just stopped. There's the power difference creeping in. Now I think we're going to be able to outdrive the AI here. We're on the limiter again, just third gear is that long. Oh, we've got some help there. He's morphed into us. But look, this is the difference now. Yeah, some of these things over 300 horsepower. We're at 283. And look, the Mercedes flying down on our right-hand side there. The proper Mafia mobile. 137, 8, 9... Oh, nearly 140 mile an hour coming into turns 1 and 2. Still doing 80 in the tunnel. Cling it to the left-hand side. Open up this right-hander. Oh, I kept it flat, hoping the car had somehow gripped back to the inside. It's doing all right, though, isn't it, the Accord? We do have the lead. Those final corners are so important to get a good run. That is important as well, not to hit the wall. One of the positives of having a front-wheel drive car around places like this, you can just drag the front end of the car into the corner by planting your foot. Come on, let's try and outdo the AI here. I scrubbed off a bit too much speed, maybe. You can literally hear me tapping the steering right. It's going. Don't ask me to do that noise again. Well, that's a turn up for the books. Oh no, is it? Oh my god! I thought we weren't going to do that. Then the big Jag came flying up down the right hand side, just about a tenth of a second. Don't know what that is. A Dodge Intrepid. Certainly sounds like a bad name for it because it was crap. But the little Accord comes through strong again. GG, little Accord. GG. Proud of you. For some reason, the camera angles change there as well, on this bit here. Sometimes they're really high up, sometimes they're really far down. I don't know why. Anyway, more money. Another 6 grand. And, would you guess, another car. And I'm not going to make you wait another episode here. This one's only been maybe 4 or 5 minutes long so far. We are going to look at this one straight away. And then we're going to assess what race we do next. We have a bunch of cars that we can use for stuff. Hopefully this is something with a bit more power that we can maybe use. Oh, yes. Excuse me. Oh, my life, yes. 312 horsepower. Chaser TRD Sports X30. Wow. Wow, oh wow, that's a good car. I love a Chaser. I absolutely love a Toyota Chaser. They're mental. Well, they can be. Look at the size of the exhaust on it, though. Got a diddy little exhaust on it. That's not what you need. You need a big Jap cannon. Those wheels need to get changed, but with more power than our TRD Accord after all the mods that we put on it, I'm quite confident that might be one of our fastest cars now. It's probably the most powerful car we've got, is it not? Oh no, because what's our Integra? 329, something like that? Today. Why do I remember that? It's a bit sad, that, isn't it? So that's our most powerful car, actually. Our Integra. We've got a very cool list of cars there, to be honest with you. Some of them, though, I feel we may not use. One of them being that. It's front-wheel drive, front-engined. We've already got a fast front-engine, front-wheel drive car. It's worth it for the money, because that is effectively more than a race win. So the Mugen Prelude is gone. We know that's quick. I'm not selling that. I don't want to sell my MX-5, really, to be honest with you. Not that we have to sell anything right now, but, you know, I'm just thinking about the long run. We'll come back to that. What's next up? Do we have anything four-wheel drive? I don't think we do, because the Chaser was front and rear, wasn't it? Nothing mid-engine. We should have kept. I'm pretty sure that Angel thing was mid-engine, wasn't it? Luxury sedan we can't do any more on. Convertible car World Cup we've already done. Historic car cup we cannot do. Compact car. That's like hatchbacks, isn't it? So, don't think we can do that. We've not got a lightweight K car. Pure Sports Car Cup. I think we did say we were going to come back to this, didn't we? Deep Forest, 443 horsepower. It's the one we had trouble with in the last episode. And I think it's probably worth taking our Nismo 270R around it. We're going to give it its first run out. We're going to put some nicer wheels on it. This is probably going to become something I do very often. It's got a nice Jap cannon on the back of that thing, though, hasn't it? We're going to go for these boys. Let's actually do some racing, shall we? Let's get on with this one. Back to special events and back to the Pure Sports Car Cup. It's going to be our first run out in the not 270R. Oh. That sounds purposeful. Let's go, little wagon. What have you got? It's turboed. It's probably the worst rendered car that we've got so far. Look at it. So this is made by Nismo. Wow, it stops and it is flat. I think that's going to be the difference to a lot of our other cars that we've got. It stops really stable. It is really flat. Handles fantastically. It is a bit understeery actually because of that, you know. It's very stiff. I know I shouldn't really be taking it as far as talking about understeer in Gran Turismo 2, but you can feel it. The car doesn't do what I want it to do as much on the way in, but it stops well. And when you're braking, it doesn't like take off or lean or anything, it just gets the job done. AI's a bit slow there. This is much more promising than our screamy RX-7. This car has been a good acquisition. I like it. I like this car. Good. We have got a very healthy advantage though at the end of the first lap. And look at it on the brakes. Look how flat it is and how stable. I mean, I'm miles wide of the apex, but that doesn't matter when you're in the lead as far as we are. All of the grass on the inside, all the grass on the outside. No, not the rock face. Oh, that was close. Ah, I was on the throttle well early. It's got the pace to hang on. Does the driver have the skill? Yes, he does. Love it. And that means we'll get another sports car for our trouble as well. Great stuff. Nice win there for the 270R, the not 270R. What did we win by? Second and a half? About a second. Alois at least did stick with us near the end though, didn't it? I'm happy with that. Beefy car. Fast car. 8 grand as well. I think that's the biggest amount we've won from one race so far. And another car to go with it. Let's have a look what we've won then. Oh, is that what I think it is? No, it's not. What is that? That's horrendous. What does it count as, though? Like, what does it class as? Is it mid-engined? That's important. It is mid-engined. Okay. So that means we can do mid-engined events. Double wishbone suspension, front and rear. I reckon that'll go quite well, you know. 12.5 grand's decent amount. It's horrendous to look at, but, I mean, you know, side on it looks alright. The front of it and the back of it are horrendous, but that could be our little weapon, I think. And you know what? The best thing to christen a new car is not to in it, but to race it. It's a family show. We're going to go for the mid-engine challenge. 345 horsepower at Grand Valley East. You never know. If we win this, we could end up with a mid-engine car that's more powerful than this red thing. We're going to give it a go for the lols and see what becomes of the ZZ3. We're getting Stratoses and all sorts. They're not going to be that fast, are they? There's an MR2. Okay. It does look like quite a happy little fella, doesn't it? Look at it. I'm interested to see how it handles and how it stops, to be fair. It turns very well because it's just turned me straight off the road. It stops beautifully. It's nice on the power. It's not got much power, though. What was it, 180 horsepower or something like that? Or was it just over 200? Whoa! It suddenly bounced and broke away. I mean, it's not horrendous. I just feel that through the last couple of corners... Oh my god. What is going on, little car? I was going to say, through the last couple of corners, especially here, we are going to get absolutely battered. Because look at that, at least. We're going to need to be a long way in front of them for that to make a difference. Although, you know what? It's got top end, this thing. Let's all just drive off the track. And now we're last. So we've learned it breaks away very suddenly. It turns in a lot harder than you want it to. It oversteers. It bounces off the AI well. It doesn't stop. It's a bit of a loose cannon, this car. Be great with 300 horsepower, wouldn't it? See what we can salvage from this terrible race. Song just made me absolutely my pants. So did the car. Sorry. Get the run on the brick. The bricky MR2. Come on. We've actually got a run on stuff. It's going to be fourth. Not good enough. Not good enough. And that means we haven't won a mid-engine car to then try and beat this race with. Look, it doesn't even stop when the AI control it. It's gone off the road with the MR2. Not too chuffed with that little car. It's so cute, though. You can't be angry with it. Let's give it a bit more waft, shall we? We're going to go through this process again of bankrupting ourselves, aren't we? I say it every episode, I'm not going to do it. And we are going to do it, aren't we? What's their special car? Is it the ZZ2, the Ferrari-looking thing? Oh. Now, I don't remember it having a wing. That's gorgeous. In Gran Turismo 3, it didn't have a wing. Oh. Okay, so this is one of the specials that you cannot buy. And we've just got one. Cool. So, we need to put some brakes on it. That's definitely something we need. 5 grand. 202 horsepower for 5 grand. I'm in a bit of a state of like, I don't want to spend all my money. And I keep saying it time and time again. I'm really sorry, because all I've done this playthrough is repeat myself. Give it a remap, mate. 16 grand for 5 horsepower. Could be joking. 6 grand for 5 horsepower. Best thing you can do other than that is make it lighter. And I think the first couple are like, yeah, you may as well. Performed. What's racing modification? I bet you can't do it. No, you can't. Okay, let's try that again, because I like the circuit. And I'm sure we'll fall in love with this little car one way or another. Oh yeah, it was a mid-engine one. Whoops. Okay, it sounds a little bit more aggressive. We've got decent brakes. It's lighter. It's got a bit more power. And we still look like we're miles behind. But we did catch up quite a bit last time round, so It's cool to know, though, that we're unlocking special cars. You know, the ones that come up as special in the dealerships. Just understeers and understeers, man. But look, it's got some prod compared to these things. It's got very long gears, and I think that's why it understeers. So, because, you know, the engine braking just isn't helping it. What on earth is that about? Come on. Go. Come on, Stratos, move. There we go. You correct it before it oversteers. You just got to correct it before it even oversteers, like I said. Or like I was trying to say before I got clouted. Oh, I gave the MG a bit of a push, didn't I? But look at the speed of it now. This is where it comes into its own. Look at that, pulling away. Long, long, long fourth gear. We got it stopped nicely. Is that an MRS as well, not an MR2? Is that Lotus Europa at the front? Yep, save it before it actually slides. Love it. This is looking a lot more promising. You've just got to be ready for the oversteer in this car. It really does try and kill you. Now watch this here. Oh, bollocks, no. I wasn't trying to show off or anything. Oh, man. It's actually tricky to drive this car. It's actually tricky. And that's going to be a lonely 6th place. Well, we've got some learning to do. We've got plenty more International C special event races to do. Sorry, I had a mind blank there. That's just going to be all for this episode, though. My mind is melted by that car. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.